Snapchat, and rumbling fuck, shake your tits and swing your dicks. Happy fucking Friday, kids, and what a Friday it is. And here to get your weekend off to a good start, here's another squirting in the pants episode of your favorite internet sensation with libation, the Friday Wrap-Up. Before we get today's show kicked off, I want to tip my hat to today's libation. You know, after St. Patty's Day, I'm a little whiskeyed and Guinnessed out. So I just needed like something like a reset, like a little palate cleanser. So I went with the old tried and true Yingling Lager, America's beer. So as I lose to drink up and be somebody. Nothing like a cold beer on a Friday night. Okay, what a fucking week, kids. Well, spring is sprung, okay? And it's pretty soon it's going to be light beer weather. Before you know it, the weather's going to get a little warmer. We had some warm weather this week, but it was more of a fucking cock tease than anything else. But yeah, winter is slowly subsiding. It's that time of year again. I look forward to it. Wednesday was St. Joseph's Day. And yes, of course, I wore my St. Joseph's t-shirt. I hope that you all got your Sfinge or your Zeppeli. I don't know what the fuck to call this shit. You know, the St. Joseph's pastry. You know, my whole life, I've heard it called one thing or the other. Either they call it Zeppeli or they call it fucking, Sfinge. To me, a Zeppeli is a fucking Zeppeli that you get like at the festival. Fried dough, a little fucking powdered sugar, and that's it. Maybe if my grandmother used to make it, she'd put our liege in the middle. Delightful. Me and my uncle and my father were the only ones who ate it. But yeah, I never understood why they called the St. Joseph's pastry Zeppeli. Okay, and then some people call it Sfinge. Is the cannoli one like the Zeppeli? Is the custard one the Sfinge? I don't fucking know. It's just been a conundrum for 47 fucking years. Okay, all I know is it's good. Okay, they're a little heavy, but they're good. What else this week? Well, Trump released the JFK files. I mean, and it's like there's a lot of information to go through there. They got AI scouring it for any new things. They have people fucking combing through the JFK files with a fine-tooth comb. There's been some things that have been popping up that nobody knew about. There was one thing, Russell Brand tweeted this out this week. It had to do with JFK Jr. You remember when JFK Jr. Died in, 94, I think? He went up in his airplane and somehow the airplane that was checked out, that was perfectly fine, malfunctioned. It fucking exploded. It crashed. They never found him. Remember that? Okay? Tragedy, I know. Well, turns out there might be a little something to this, okay? It was found inside the Kennedy files. Apparently, JFK Jr. sent a letter to then Senator Joe Biden, accusing him of being a traitor and so on and so forth, and peddling influence, and the next day, he fucking exploded. I think the fucking feds, or the Illuminati, or the fucking underground government, whatever the hell you want to call it, whatever conspiracy theory you subscribe to, I think that the deep state had a fucking hard-on for the Kennedys. Now, I wasn't a fan of JFK because of what he did to Sinatra and how he used the mob for the fucking union vote. But God knows my grandmother hated Joe Kennedy. He was, one of her biggest competitions in her bootlegging days. But, yeah, I'm starting to see that there's a little bit of a pattern with the Kennedys and the deep state here. Just saying. I mean, I would imagine the deep state didn't like the fucking Kennedys because, Joe Kennedy was a gangster. I don't know what else you want to call him. He was a fucking bootlegger. That's how these guys made their money. I think it might be, there's got to be something to there. I'm curious to see what comes out in these files in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned, kids. What else? Schumer the Tumor is a new nickname. He's definitely a tumor on society. So Schumer the Tumor, the deranged Democrats are calling for his fucking head because this week he stopped the government shutdown by kind of, backing Trump up on some things and backing the Senate bill that was proposed by Trump, and the fucking Democrats are like calling for his head. These people are fucking deranged. They suffer from extreme Trump derangement syndrome. I don't know how this is not a fucking clinical diagnosis at this point, because these people are completely fucking unhinged. Just like the people that are fucking burning Teslas, okay? Because they got a problem with Elon Musk, you know, saving the country from taxpayers trillions of fucking dollars, okay? Cutting government waste and stopping all the fucking money trains and the money laundering and all this other bullshit. And apparently they've gone deranged. Now they're fucking burning Teslas. They're destroying fucking Tesla dealerships. Now look, I am not a fan of Tesla. You'd be very hard pressed to get me to drive a fucking electric car. But leave the man's business alone. That's terrorism. That's domestic fucking terrorism. They're trying to say, well, you know, it's the same thing when the Republicans boycotted Bud Light. Yeah, we didn't fucking burn down the goddamn brewery in St. Louis, okay? We just stopped buying Bud Light, which, to be honest with you, is a shit beer anyway. These people are fucking nuts. What else? Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the sages of the U.S., are criticizing Trump's deportation tactics, and they said they are ready to leave the United States. Bye, you fucking limeys. Get the fuck out of here, will you? Wait a minute. Hang around. Maybe you'll be deported next, okay? You don't like the tactics? Drop these two cocksuckers off in fucking Venezuela. Let's see how that works out for them. Son of a bitch. The Baldwins, the Bulls, Vomit, and Friends. These shows just keep getting fucking wilder and wilder. You better hold on to something, baby, because this one's going to be bumpy. Okay. Kids, get your tickets out. We're about to hop onto that maniacal, magical express and the mayhem and fuckery. The crazy train's about to leave the station. Woo, woo! First stop, New York City. So, the bickering Baldwins. Alec Baldwin and his little fucking twat wife there, I don't know what, Hilaria, whatever the fuck her name is broad, okay? There was a grand opening for the Planet Hollywood in Times Square, because Times Square needed a Planet Hollywood. You need another fucking eyesore in Times Square. So they were there for the grand opening, right? They're on the fucking red carpet, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and they're getting interviewed because they have some kind of, I don't know, reality show. All right, and they'll take a
season 2. Do we know anything?
The Hilaria show.
No. I think we're gonna see. You know, we're gonna see how it feels to have it be out there.
It's gonna be great. You're a winner.
Oh my God! When I'm talking, you're not talking.
That's right.
No, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
See, now this is where I would have taken the microphone away from the person interviewing them, and I would have bopped this bitch right over the fucking head, okay? Disrespectful little shit. Here's the rest of the fucking interview, because it gets worse.
You've spent your career in Hollywood, but I have to know, because we are loving the show, by the way. We're loving getting to know your family. Is it harder to memorize scripts or be yourself on unscripted television?
Be yourself. Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard, yeah.
What makes it so hard?
Well, it's a good question. I think it's because you don't want it to be dull, and just if you showed the way our life really is, you get it after like an hour. It's like it's the same thing a lot. I mean, not just the two of us in our life, but with the kids. We like routine. It's good for the kids to have a routine. I mean, she, as a mother, is very good at keeping them on a routine. But so you kind of feel the desire to make it more silly than it might be.
I have to say that I don't think you make it more silly than it is. I actually feel
Did you get that on the show?
No, we just cut all that part out.
Cut me out.
Cut you out. When you're trying to make it silly, we cut it out. No, I mean, I think that every day, because we like routine, and I think anybody who's a parent knows that like routine is king, or in queen, routine is key. We'll just say king and queen at the same time.
It's essential.
It's essential. But, you know, I think that us trying to every day.
Word for essential in Spanish.
Esencial. Okay.
Didn't let me down.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're distracting me right now.
Sorry.
Like now you're just doing that. Why? Why are you distracting me?
I'm just captivated by your beauty.
You're just distracting me.
so
No, but
beautiful.
oh my God, stop! You're annoying me. Stop! It's not cute. No, he's distracting me. So I'm gonna like walk out of this interview.
I need the motherhood notes. You are doing an amazing.
No, okay, go back. Let me go back. It's all about routine. It's all about routine, and every day we strive to be boring, and then like unboring things happen to us, as they do with 7 children.
Listen, I don't like this guy. I never liked this guy. I think he's a jerk off, okay? But I like his cunty little gold digging wife even less. Nobody would even know who this fucking little hooer is, except for the fact that she sucked the right dick, okay? Her voice makes me fucking instantly homicidal. All right? Seriously. I can't stand these little fucking twats. Unbelievable. Shut the fuck up. All right, while we're in New York City, let's go on uptown. Let's go downtown, I should say, to the Garden. So, St. Patty's Day. Knicks Heat game. Here's comedian Tracy Morgan sitting courtside, right on the floor, okay, of Madison Square Garden, the mecca of basketball, where our beloved Knicks and Rangers play. Okay, and he decides to vomit all over the fucking court, all over the floor. They had to stop the game for a half hour to clean up this disgusting son of a bitch's puke. Oh my, it must have fucking stunk. Okay? How fucking revolting. Turns out, Steven Spielberg's precious little daughter was at her she's like in her fucking 20s, okay? She was at her very first Knick game. She had the misfortune of sitting right next to this slob, this fucking animal, okay? I'm sure she's completely fucking turned off of basketball. It destroyed her entire thing. She probably needed therapy. She needed a cookie, probably, a puppy or something. But how fucking disgusting. Fucking miserable. Okay? They said it was food poisoning. Yeah, food poisoning my fucking balls. Okay? It was St. Patrick's Day. This son of a bitch, degenerate fuck, was drunk out of his mind. If it was St. Patty's, if it was food poisoning, as he was vomiting, he would have got the salty, he would have shit his fucking pants, he would have been like a lawn sprinkler, okay? The vomit would have went that way, he would have shit blasted the people behind him, they would have started vomiting, they would have had to evacuate Madison Square Garden, burn it down, and rebuild it. Okay? That's so I know it's not food poisoning. Trust me, I've had food poisoning. You instantly turn into a fucking human lawn sprinkler. Okay? This son of a bitch was drunk. Alright, speaking of basketball, let's shoot on over to Chicago, my other city. So this when I read this fucking got me twisted. Okay? This pissed me off beyond all fucking reason. Okay? So apparently there was a concert at the United Center where the Bulls play, and they had some kind of pyrotechnics at this fucking concert, and the pyrotechnics damaged all 6 of the Chicago Bulls championship banners. Okay, I mean, like I said, I read this and I instantly got fucking enraged. Okay. This is absolutely disrespectful to the greatest basketball dynasty in the history of the fucking sport. Okay? I couldn't believe it. Well, how the fuck do they allow these pyrotechnics put some kind of a rule in place that you can't, if you can't put any kind of pyrotechnics near the fucking diners. These things are historical. They can't be replaced. Anytime if you replace them, it's not the same thing. This was the actual these were the actual banners from the 2 3-peats. Okay? I don't know if they're gonna be able to fix them, restore them. They had to take them down. They were so badly damaged. Do you know the people in Chicago will go fucking bananas over this shit? That's the only. That's Chicago's That they forget the Bulls of our basketball team. They only remember the 90s. Okay, that's Chicago's fucking. That's their pride and joy right there. Okay, the 90s Bulls. Come on, fucking crazy. It just drove me insane. All right, let's go. Let's hop back on the crazy train and shoot on over to Paris, France. Okay, so apparently some low-level fucking French politician in Parliament said that they want the Statue of Liberty back. Now, for those of you that are historically challenged, okay, let me give you a little history lesson, all right? First, before we continue with this segment. France gifted the United States the Statue of Liberty, fucking million years ago, all right? They have a replica of it in Paris, smaller, of course, and then the real statue is right there in New York Harbor, Ellis Island, waving its torch to all the fucking immigrants coming in, okay? That are coming into Ellis Island. And they said that because we're deporting all the fucking illegal migrants, that, it doesn't hold true with the value, with the values that are imparted by the Statue of Liberty. Okay? You know what? This fucking statue has been nothing but a fucking burden. Since they erected it on Ellis Island, everybody feels like, it's going to New York. Okay? Because the statue is there to welcome us. Avango! You want to come here, you come here the right fucking way like everybody else. Okay? You know what? The late, great Archie Bunker said it best about the Statue of Liberty. Take a look.
You don't know nothing about Lady Liberty standing there in the harbor with her torch on high, screaming out to all the nations of the world, send me your poor, your deadbeats, you filthy. And all the nations sent them in here. They come swarming in like ants. Your Spanish PRs from the Caribbean there. Your Japs, your Chinamen, your Crouch and your Heaves, and your English fans. All of them come in here, and they're all free to live in their own separate sections. Where they feel safe, and they bust your head if you go in there. That's what makes America great, buddy.
Okay? And truer words have never been spoken. The funny thing is about All in the Family is it was written by a liberal. Norman Lear, a fucking Democrat, Hollywood Democrat, liberal fuck. And Carol O'Connor, may he rest in peace, God be good to him. He was a fucking staunch liberal too. So the funny thing to me is, like, they wrote this dialogue. Carol O'Connor's fucking character, Archie Bunker, delivered it with precision. And they thought it was like tongue-in-cheek funny because it was wrong. But it was actually, turns out to be right. Everything that Archie Bunker said in fucking All in the Family, if you watch this shit now, it all holds true. He wasn't a bigot. He was a fucking genius. He was ahead of his time. I know it's a character in a TV show, but there must have been some kind of divine inspiration there. Because the fucking, that character is spot on. I'm getting back to these French fucks with the goddamn Statue of Liberty. If I was the president, they're lucky Trump's a nicer man than I am. Okay, because I would be airdropping pieces of this fucking thing all over for you. Want it back? Yeah, no problem. Once a week. Bam! I'd be dropping chunks of this fucking statue all over France. I would give them fucking flashbacks to World War fucking II, okay? These wine-sipping fruits would all be speaking German and goose-stepping if it wasn't for us. So you know what? Oh, fuck yourself. I'm you son of a bitches. All right, kids, your sports update. Major League Baseball. Well, opening day at Yankee Stadium is next Thursday. As a Yankee fan, it pains me to say this, but I'm not looking forward to this season. It's going to be more of the same fucking heartache. I mean, they still got that seed-chewing fucking mongoloid Aaron Boone managing the team. And you know what? The other night, it was Wednesday night, I happened to catch a spring training game. And I'm watching the Yankees. I couldn't even tell you who they were fucking playing. And because I got so fucking enraged in like seconds, because they cut to the dugout. And they're standing there in the fucking dugout. I couldn't believe my eyes. Is that fucking cheese-eating, that fucking rat, Andy Pettit. Okay, that Bible-beating fucking rat, snitch cocksucker, standing there in the goddamn dugout. Now I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, did they hire this motherfucker as a pitching coach? Because hopefully it's just for spring training, because if they keep him on as a pitching coach for the entire season, I can't watch a Yankee game. The second I see this guy, I go fucking murderous rage. I can't even look at his face. I see that fucking, like, the Tunnel to Towers commercial with him. I want to tear the television off the wall and snap it over my fucking leg. Can't stand this son of a bitch. Not enough bad things can happen to him, all right? Fucking cop. Between him and Aaron Boone, my nuts, I'll have a fucking coronary every time the fucking Yankees are on television. Please, if there's a God up there, no fucking Andy Pettitte for the rest of the season. So, I don't know. I'm not looking forward to this fucking season. NHL, Rangers and Canucks, Saturday at 1 o'clock. Islanders and Flames, Saturday at 4 o'clock. NBA, Knicks and Wizards, Saturday at 8. Let's hope fucking Tracy Morgan don't show up to that game. Nets and Pacers, Saturday at 5. Bulls and Lakers, Saturday at 10:30. Okay, kids, on Tommy's Pub and Grub Review. You know, I was reading an article the other day. I don't know how I came across this. But the actor, Bradley Cooper, okay, who's originally from Philadelphia, and he's also half Italian, so that makes him half good. He opened up a cheesesteak joint in the city, down in the East Village on Avenue A. It's called Danny and Coop's. Okay, apparently he works there sometimes slinging fucking cheesesteaks. Now during the Super Bowl, they had a food truck outside the stadium, and he was doing cheesesteaks. But apparently he's had this place for a minute now, and it's got good reviews. There's lines down the block. Now the guy's a Philly guy. Both of the guys are Philly guys. His friend Danny's another Italian that opened it with him. So they know a thing or two about fucking cheesesteaks, because you know I'm always leery about cheesesteaks outside of Philly. So if these are Philly guys doing this, I'm gonna go with it. Okay, I've seen some things, some pictures. It looks like, I don't know if they use an Amoroso bread, because that's traditional in Philadelphia. Either you use Amorosos or Lucios. But the cheesesteaks look good. They're made with Cooper Sharp. Now, I hate Cheese Whiz. I don't like steaks with Cheese Whiz. The original cheesesteak was made with provolone, so I either like provolone, I'll do white American. But Cooper Sharp is a nice alternative. Cooper Sharp is a white cheddar. It's a specifically made cheddar. It's very popular in Pennsylvania, okay, all throughout PA, South Jersey. It's a very sharp kind of cheddar cheese, but it has a nice creamy finish. So it looks like they're just chopping the ribeye with some onions and some Cooper Sharp and that good. It looks like an Amoroso roll, but this is New York. Hopefully they're getting the bread from New York. It's probably better. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to going down to the East Village to try this. It's the only fucking thing that could get me to go down to the East Village, but I will eventually meander my way down there and try a cheesesteak. Maybe as soon now that the weather's getting nice, you know, you need something to do for lunch here and there. Apparently they got funny fucking hours when it comes to this, but it does look like a good cheesesteak, and I am a cheesesteak connoisseur. Okay, also on Tommy's Pub and Grub Review, I got a little review on a bakery. So, like I said, Wednesday was St. Joseph's Day, so you got to have your St. Joseph's pastry. So, I go over to this bakery on Hempstead Turnpike in Franklin Square. It's called the Sweet Life Bakery. Now, this place has been a bakery ever since I was a kid and came here. Back in the day, it was always an Italian bakery too. Back in the day, it used to be called Ramona Lee, okay, which was a very popular Italian bakery around here. People used to flood this joint. Pastries used to be really good. Then, you know, it got sold and sold and sold. And then it became Lulu's Italian Bakery, which they have another. They're based out of Whitestone. They have the original location in Whitestone, and they opened up one in Franklin Square. And then I don't know what happened. They closed. They sold it to this new place. It's called Sweet Life Bakery. Nice Italian girl, local. She's a local chick. So I hadn't been in there. I've had pastry from there before, but first time I went in, and my mind was blown. Listen, I've been in the food business my entire life. You know, restaurant, bars, catering, for almost 30 fucking years. Okay, a good portion of my life. And, you know, usually I always have a slant on something. Like, I always like to think outside the box. I like to take traditional shit and fuck around with it and put my own little riff on it. And for some odd reason, I don't know why, I never thought of this. So they had the St. Joseph's pastry, but they had different flavors. They had the traditional, the cannoli cream, the custard, okay? But then they also had chocolate, which was kind of like a chocolate pudding. They had coffee flavored, which was a coffee flavored whipped cream. They had hazelnut, which same thing. It was like a whipped cream that was infused with maybe a little Nutella. And they had raspberry. They had pistachio, which I would have loved to have tried, but they didn't have it anymore. They ran out. They sold out. I never thought of different flavors of St. Joseph's pastry. You only think of the two flavors, custard and granola. So I'm a simple guy. I prefer the cannoli cream. That was my favorite one. But let me tell you something. I mean, very few things impress me. This place fucking impressed me. I like that. So from there on, that's going to be my bakery. I like the way they're doing things over there. Okay, what the fuck is that? We're going to talk about mixed weight relationships. Now, I saw this term, and I had to look it up because I wanted to make sure I knew what I was talking. It's exactly what I thought it was. It's when one person in a relationship is fat and the other one ain't. So you got one skinny, one fat. It doesn't matter if it's a fat woman and a skinny guy or a fat guy and a skinny girl. I don't know, okay? To each their own. I don't give a fuck. You want to be fat, go ahead, be happy and fat. Knock yourselves out. If you're, in my day, they used to call it chubby chasing. If you want to be a chubby chaser, go ahead. Nobody's stopping you. Go ahead. But they better eat you. Okay, but what the fuck do we gotta give it a title for? Why does everything need a goddamn label? Holy fucking shit. Mixed weight relationship. Okay? She say he likes fat broads. What's the fucking problem here? Holy shit, everything needs a goddamn fucking label that makes me fucking crazy. All right, kids, your PS. Hey, motherfucker, Crazy Rufus here. I got some shit to talk about today. I'ma holler at y'all, okay? You don't hear some shit today, boy. I'm done fed up with all these young ass, punk ass motherfuckers coming all around here, acting all wild and shit. Like they ain't got no home training. Well, these motherfuckers don't know who their motherfucking daddy is. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't got no big mama kick them in the ass or something. I had a big mama kicked my ass so hard, my motherfucking eye went crazy. That's why they call me Crazy Rufus. But you know something? I'll tell you some shit. I'm crazy than a motherfucker anyway. You know, whether my eyes is crossed or not. I ain't had enough of these motherfucking punk ass motherfuckers walk around here, pants up under their ass. Walking around with a purse? What the fuck you walk around with a purse for, motherfucker? You trying to get fucked up in the ass or some shit? You want something up your ass, motherfucker? I'll stick my motherfucking foot up your ass. It's what'll happen. Come around here acting all wild and crazy and shit. Motherfucker, you gonna fuck around and get yourself shot. You think I'm afraid of prison or some shit? Motherfucker, I've been to jail more times than you got hair on your monkey ass. God damn it. I'll bust your motherfucking head down to the white meat. I ain't playing with y'all, motherfucker. You ain't gonna come around here acting all crazy and shit. You motherfucker need to straighten your motherfucking shit up and fly motherfucker right. Or big fucking Crazy Rufus gonna come looking for your motherfucking ass. I will fuck a nigga up, man. I ain't giving no fucks at all today, motherfucker. Stay COVID, kids. No mask, don't ask. Haters can kiss my ass. And remember, who loves you, babe? That's been your Friday wrap-up, and I'll see you when I see you.